There we go. All set for sideband. Attention all stations, this is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Welcome to the Sunday night 70 centimeter sideband net that has now morphed into the Sunday night sideband net, where we do a round of check-ins on 446.125 upper sideband and migrate down to 2 meters, 146.400, and do signal comparisons between 70 centimeters and 2 meters. Interesting today, we have the leftover results of a class 4 solar storm. So we're looking for some kind of inference as to whether it's going to affect us here on UHF and VHF. So let's take a quick standby, see if anybody is a short time or one and done check in for the net. I'll be standing by for your check in. Okay, recognizing VE3 UET. Good evening, sir. How you doing today?
Not too bad. I'm back on my power source, my amplifier decided to have a smoke, so that's why I haven't been around on sideband for a while.
Yep. Just catching up with paperwork here. Anyways, yeah, I heard you had burned something. So yeah, it's an important lesson. You cannot put smoke back in the radio. That once that canister lets it go, and that's the magic smoke. So yeah, glad to hear that you're back in business. And your signal report tonight is S0, but I do hear your audio, and so does everybody else, because we're streaming live on YouTube. For anybody interested, just look up my call sign, VA3IMW, on the YouTube search box and click that big red button that says live, and you'll find us right here. Anyways, Mike, what else is going on?
My VA8 is in for repair, and hopefully I shall have it back eventually, and then I can go back to trying to look at shop and again. Try. Let's see what I can. Okay. You're having the right to I'm the right.
Oh, well, you got a little bullfrog in you. I think we all do. Okay, no worries. But thanks for checking in with us tonight. You're going to stick around and follow us down to 2 meters? Okay, very good. And let's open up the net to anybody, anywhere. If you got a radio that's able to do sideband and a call sign to go with it, we're looking for your check-in here. VA3IMW, standing by.
VA3 DCS.
VA3BT. VE3ZJC.
And VA3CJZ.
Okay, we got the entire population of the Southern Ontario region there. Very good. Okay, so I've got Emnon, Dave, Al, Jason, and Chuck. So we'll take them in that order. Good evening, Emnon. Come on in.
Good evening, Mac, and all that. Emnon in North York here. Yeah, that full copy today. You're only giving speaking only the next 3 every every so often. So yeah, maybe that this whole slurry is having some effect. But you're coming through loud and clear. I did hear Albert in there. Also weak signal, but readable, and same thing with Chuck. I think he said Dave was there, but no copy on Dave. And I think Mike, UET, was there, no copy on him. You were mentioning something about smoke. They were smoking the radio. Maybe he was tuning it for maximum smoke. How do we know? Like you, Mac, B3 again.
Yeah, Mike toasted a radio, so yeah, that's the age-old adage. You can't put the smoke back in the radio. So once you've done something wrong, it's wrong. So send it for repairs, or hopefully you're mechanically and electrically inclined. Anyways, thanks for the very generous signal report. You're an S0, but great audio. And yes, definitely the solar conditions have had an effect on all the bands. So luckily, the line of sight communication for UHF and VHF won't be completely shut down, but it'll be somewhat hampered. Thanks for your check-in tonight, and we'll come around to some signal reports a little bit later. Let's see who's next on the list. That must be VA3 DCS, and that's Dave in Dundas.
Well, good evening, Mac, and everybody else on net. Yeah, lovely day today, a bit windy, but that sun was really nice.
Yes, and band conditions were so crappy that we all got outside and did some yard work that was much in need of done. I've managed to cut the back grass, or at least most of it, and groceries and all the rest of the weekend running around that we do on Sunday. So, yep, very good. We're looking forward to somewhat of a recovery in band conditions. The solar flux index up to 157 today. However, the KP topped out at an 8, and the A index was way up high. So HF bands, not so fun today. Any other radio stuff that you did throughout the weekend?
No, this is the first time I've been on the radio this weekend. Kind of got busy yesterday. I've got the trailer parked away in storage until our next trip, and grass cut, and then we went and spent some money on some more camping gear, and did some more yard work today. Pulled out a few bushes that weren't gonna make it. Dug the stumps out. Well, not huge stumps, but just more little small ones. But some of those roots were pretty well in there. I used a good old shovel and had to jump on it to cut through them, and they came out. And so yeah, that's mostly outdoor work, outdoors for the weekend.
Oh, I much prefer the good old-fashioned way of finding a knot in the stump, and then wrap a tow rope around it, and let the truck do all the heavy-duty work.
Yeah, well, this was in a built-up bed with some stonework around it, so yeah, it wasn't worth risking pulling the stonework over. And I would have had to build it up again. So yeah, I've done the old route and strap and onto the hitch and pulling stuff out. It reminds me, many years ago down in Port Colborne, we actually pulled down a full-size tree. A nice big rope tied up high to kind of keep the pressure on it so it would go straight out the driveway onto the road. Had it tied to a back end of a 75 Ford LTD with a 460 in it.
Okay, there you go. That's technology for you. It's always better when there's a machine with horsepower. All right, Dave. Sadly, your signal report's down from last week. You're only in S20 tonight, so band conditions not the best. Anyways, you are very audible, and certainly appreciate your check-in tonight. You gonna stick around and follow us down to 2 meters?
Yeah, I'll stick around. I'll be down there.
All right, very good. And I think next on my list is my neighbor? Yes, it is. VA3BT, visiting from Barrie.
There you go. Good evening, Mac, and everybody on frequency. Yeah, definitely did notice some change in signals here. Yourself, you and I are just way too close. You're like 20 plus over whatever. Mike, readable, or not readable, sorry. I could hear him in there, but got no reading on him. Amnon, I was really struggling. I even had to really listen, but I could hear him in there. Dave was S15, and I missed Chuck. I know he checked in there, but I missed his signal there. But other than that, yeah, we didn't get too much radio in there this weekend, but the bands were crap anyway, so it didn't matter. Just did a lot of yard work like everyone else is doing out there. But anyways, we'll let you carry on with the net. VA3BT.
All right, Albert. 30 over S9. So, yeah, I think you've been better, but nonetheless, I think you could take your antenna down and I'd still be able to hear you. You're running an X200 over there, aren't you?
No, the X510.
510. Okay, super gain. All right, and how high up is it?
The 510 right now, from the base of the 510, I think I'm close to 40 feet, just over.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to do the math on mine because I've got a chimney mount and 10 foot, 18 foot, I don't know. So maybe I'm 45 or 40. Anyways, I'll have to measure it. It's up there. So the X200 for me seems to do a fairly good job. I'm not even sure if I'm slightly higher in elevation. Sometimes a few feet can make all the difference, so they say. Anyways, thanks for your check-in, Albert, and we'll let you know when we're ready to migrate to 2 meters. Anyways, let's see. Next on the list is VE3ZJC.
Good evening, Mac, and everybody else on frequency. Not too much happening here. As I mentioned earlier, I got a new antenna up. Does seem to be doing all right. And I got James down at the park before heading over here. Other than that, just sitting out in the mobile, cleaning up some garbage. And yeah, you're an S5 to me. Albert's at 0. Dave was at 7. I don't know who checked in before. I could hear somebody there, but no copy on the meter. And Chuck behind me here definitely moved the needle, but didn't catch what it was. I'll go back to you, sir.
Okay, Jason. Also, your audio peaks give me an S5 up here. Very good. So you're running the 7100 mobile, and did you manage to get all of your mobile antenna woes corrected? I know you had spoken about some kind of RF, or not RF, I think it was an SWR thing that kind of went sideways and you were trying to figure out what went wrong.
Nope, it's still not sorted. I did have some time last week. There was a couple nice days, and I was putzing around with it. So on 70 centimeters, like right now, SWR is flat. One, it's beautiful. If I try to follow you guys over to the 2 meter band, I'm going to hit an SWR of 3 or higher. I have tried everything I can. I've got a mag mount that'll probably sort out better than this permanent mount. I think the issue is that it's on the roof rack and not actually close to the body, so no matter what I do to ground it, it's just not having any of it. Still a little annoyed by it, and yeah, it hits time for a different type of antenna.
But was this one that worked for you before?
So I thought it did. I've changed, so I had a different radio in here, and it doesn't give me any sort of FWR meter on it unless it's high, and it'll just throw on the, like the 2738, it'll just throw high SWR, a high warning on the screen. This one, 7100, actually got an S meter, or SWR meter on it, and it's through the roof on 2 meters. Unless I throw the power right down to like 7 watts or lower, it's just unusable.
Okay, so it might have been a problem right from day one. So there is a possibility that the roof rack isn't giving you a proper bond to the vehicle, and the further down you get in the bands, the more necessary it is for a good ground. Anyways, trust you have some time to sort all that out as the weather gets warmer and maybe band conditions actually improve. Thanks for your check-in, and we're going to migrate down to the next guy on the list. And that is your clone, VA3CJZ.
Hey, looky who showed up. Hey, good evening there, Jason. Nice to hear you. VA3CJZ. Let's start with signal reports, and Amnon I was able to copy faintly, but he's readable. I could understand him completely. And Mac, you're about a S7. Yeah, not as high today here. Dave was giving me, I think, around 20 over. Albert, 10 over, S9. And Jason's doing great at about 20 over. And then in between his words is signal drops right down and then goes up. It's pretty neat to see. Great audio from Jason. Sorry if I missed anyone. That's all I can remember. Back to you.
Yeah, just remember, Chuck, when audio is zero, all of our signals are zero.
Yeah. So I'm not even, I got the screen down because I'm, okay. So how am I doing over your way there, Mac? It's funny, when I tee up, the stream stops streaming, it pauses. Anyways, yeah, I didn't do any yard work. I'll probably wait till tomorrow when it's nicer outside and a little warmer. And yeah, that's about it, Mac. Back to you.
All right. When you do key up, your computer goes into a semi-freeze motion. That's bad news. Hope you get a little bit more perfected with all the bits and pieces there. Maybe you need a couple of turns through a toroid. For whatever reason, maybe you've got something coming into the radio or into the computer that's disrupting the Wi-Fi or whatever else. Anyways, at your peak, you're an S9, doing a fine job. I guess some of my stuff is going overhead. Just a quick recognition. VE3BK is logged in on YouTube, and so is Guy from Ottawa. You guys had quite the chit-chat on the other net. Good to hear that he's doing some fine stuff there. And just a quick reminder, the test criteria for your ham license changes. Well, actually, it's not the criteria, but the test examination changes later in June. So VA3 NCA is looking for Guy to get in touch with him so they can set up a remote test via YouTube or something very similar to that. So very good opportunity to get that done before the test questions change. Anyways, I think that's the bottom of my list. Yes, it is. Any other check-ins for the UHF VHF Sideband Net here in Hamilton? VA3IMW, stand by.
One last question, Mac.
There is never one last question, but the next question, yes.
VA3 CJZ. So what's changing in the questions?
Well, I think the content remains the same. However, the question database changes. So people have been using the online test criteria, and a lot of people have just gone in and memorized answers to questions without actually getting the concepts down. So to simplify it, right? If you knew the calculation for amperage, voltage, wattage, and all that kind of stuff. So if you knew what the formula was, you'd be able to off the cuff scribble some notes on a piece of paper and calculate the answer to the question, regardless of what the numbers were, right? So when they change this, they're going to change the structure of the questions. So we used to have, 100 questions in 5 different fields, and it was a random of X number of questions. So those database questions will change. But the content remains the same. So if you understand the laws of voltage and amperage and impedance and all the rest of that stuff, calculating the wavelength of a frequency and calculating how to build an antenna based on 468 divided by the frequency, blah, 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 then you'll be able to get through the exam. Obviously, people that have done all the hard work of trying to memorize individual questions so that they don't necessarily understand the content, it's going to make it difficult for those guys. But if you study the content of the basic or basic with honors, then the new strategy is probably going to be easier for you, because they actually have a carry in one sheeter cheat sheet with all the formulas on it. So that would have made it much easier to do that back in the day when I wrote my tests, because I had to remember all those formulas. So the cheat sheet may be a little bit of an easier way to go, but nonetheless, content remains the same, and so does the song.
All right, thanks for that short version answer there, Mac. Back to net control.
There's never a short answer. You should have known that. And I hear your mic in there, very faintly. VE3UET? No, wait, that's it. Yep. Yes, it is. VE3UET. Go ahead. All right, I can tell you there, Mike, but your audio is dropped down low enough that the bullfrog doesn't even have intonation. So hopefully 2 meters is working better for you, and you can let me know what that message was all about.
Oh, well, I said that. Okay, I had the house pointed out to the CJZ, I think, but turned it back. So, no, I was saying that it would be nice if Industry Canada would take the 2-letter calls away from all people with basic licenses.
2-letter calls, 3-letter calls. What the heck? You're so vindictive. These people have had 2-letter calls for all these years. They're old, gray, and cantankerous. The last thing they have to lose is their 2-letter call. You're going to take that away from them?
No, the newbies that have 15 licenses, including a 2-letter call. Of course, I wouldn't want a 2-letter call because nobody would know that I'm under every toilet.
Yeah, QSL. As it is, in order to claim a 2-letter call, you have to be an experienced amateur of 5 years. I think it's 5 years before you can apply for a 2-letter call.
Oh, the old days, I used to be 25.
Yeah, they don't live that long anymore. All right, let's take a quick trip down the list for signal reports before we migrate over to 2 meters. VA3IMW, you're up.
Okay, Mac, yeah. As I was saying before, you're stretching to do an S3, but loud and clear copy. Mike, no copy. Albert, weak copy, but perfectly readable. Chuck was also a weak copy, but that's sort of good as a readable plus. So it was a little bit louder than Albert. Dave, no copy. Jason, no copy. And I think that's all. And I'm just going to go back to what Chuck was saying, that he's getting interference on his computer. You might have some sort of an RF leak in the shack. That's why I don't keep my computers in the shack here. There's another room where all my computers are. Back to you, Mac, DTHF.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, computer equipment doesn't like RF, and RF doesn't like computer equipment and LCD screens. So, yeah, good point there. And grounding. That's the other lesson of the day. And any connection you have between a computer and a radio equipment of any sort, you need 2 or 3 wraps through a toroid just to make sure that you're keeping everything separate. So, yeah, nice little toroid. If you can wrap your USB cable, say 3 times through that toroid, it is the right way to go. Anyways, thanks for that, Amnon. And going down to the next guy on the list must be, who is it? It is VA3DCS. Any signal reports for out of Dundas?
Yeah, well, here at 20 over. Mike, when he initially came in, I couldn't even hear him, but this last little combo you had with him, I could hear him, but I couldn't make him out completely. Probably headphones would help with that. Amnon, yep, nothing. Well, yeah, nothing. Skip myself. Let's see, Albert, 20 over, same as you. Jason was kind of from a 5 peaking at a 7. And then Chuck, 10 over.
All right, and advancing now to Albert, VA3BT.
Yep, still here, listening along. Quick signal report here. Mac 20 plus. Mike totally readable, but no signal. Amnon, I could read him, but no signal. Dave was at 15 plus plus. Jason, no signal, but I could hear him in there. And Chuck was between 7 and 8. Other than that, that's it. VA3BT.
All right, very good. And usually, well, last week we didn't do this, tracking down the signals for 70 centimeters. We just migrated to 2 meters. So I'll be interested to hear your feedback on whether this is a necessary step or whether it's just a waste of time. We could have covered it on the 2 meter side. Anyways, thanks, Al. And VE3ZJC.
copy on Mnon. Albert's down there at an S2 to S3. You're still at an S5. Chuck's 20 over. And no copy on Mike there. Yes, Dave, you're still at an S7. Yeah, throw out the frequency when you guys flip to 2. I doubt I'll be able to get out on it, but I'll see if I can look for it.
All right, thanks, Jason. And rounding out the list, VA3CJZ.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you caught me off guard there. Let's see. I think the only different signal or one that I missed was Mike, UET. He had low audio like Amnon, but was completely readable. Everyone else, I already gave signal reports my first time around there, so nothing's changed there. We'll see everyone on 2 meters.
All right, very good. Last call for anybody else for 70 centimeters before we migrate. Nothing heard. VA3IMW QSY 146.400. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. Nothing heard. Welcome to the 2 meter side of the UHF VHF single sideband net here in Hamilton, Ontario. Standing by for our folks to join us here. The top of my list is VE3UET. All right, I got you there, Rick. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can bring in Mike from Oakville. VE3UET, VA3IMW. All right, nothing heard from Mike. Rick, come on in. Back off the audio a little bit. We're starting to get a little bit of multipathing, I think. But let's see if we can read you. All right, maybe the same problem as last week. Make sure you're on upper sideband, not lower. I do hear you in there, but it's not going to be a good copy.
Yeah, what happened there? I just didn't pick me up. Over.
Okay, that's better. What did you do?
I got backed off the mic a bit. Maybe the first time I backed off too far.
Yeah, that's weird. When it works well, it's 20 over. When it doesn't, you kind of go fuzzy and drop out. But bring it back in. How's it going tonight, Rick?
Not too bad. I've been kind of busy, but we had to do things there. And anyway, but ham radio, thank God for ham radio. Just like our friend there in Australia would say, he'd say, ham radio, what a wonderful hobby.
Well, when it works, it works well. When it doesn't work, it sucks. So I don't know if you've done much HF today, Rick, but conditions have been really very much affected by the solar storm, class 4 solar storm that doubles up with the weakened magnetic field because of the polar shift. So a lot of dialogue on the internet about the effect. And obviously, when you look at band conditions, that's the result. I'm trusting things recover somewhat for tomorrow for your for your 40-meter net.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Yeah, well, the band conditions are lousy out right Thursday we had hardly any check-ins at all, and some of the local guys, I didn't hear it all either. So, Thursday was a wipe, and I think the fellow that had the hour before me, I worked him, and I'm the only one that worked him there the whole hour. So band conditions were crappy on Thursday as well. But there you go. Hey, that's why we got Echolink. You can do Echolink on your computer there, Roger.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get to the point where I don't have to rely on computer stuff because I think that's a system that's even more fraught with problems because it's engineered by man and you're depending on all kinds of other stuff to work properly. Yeah, we heard call and check in with the Lake Ontario Radio Club net, and he did say the trans-provincial net that he hosted, he only had one check-in, and that was the relieving net controller. So, yeah, a tough week, but what happened last night was even more extreme, like a class 4 solar storm, and when you look at the map for Aurora, it usually looks like there's a little stream of green across the Arctic and Antarctic caps, but it was red, and it was propagating all the way down south of Hudson's Bay. So 20 meters was a dead wash. I managed to make one HF contact today, and that was to a single station in Indiana. We're looking forward to better things. Anyways, more activity because the solar flux index is now up at 157. Hopefully it goes up, but the KP index peak at 8 today was devastating. Thanks for checking in, Rick, and let's get back to my list here. VE3UET, VA3IMW. Mike, are you with us? Nothing heard. Next on the list is VA3AJF. Go ahead and blow my doors off. Okay, VE3AJF. Amnon, are you with us? All right, I'm not sure if he's there or not because I don't hear a thing. Let's bring it down to the next on the list, VA3DCS.
Yes, I made it here. Yep, you're up to a 30 over here. Rick was coming in with a 30 over. Yeah, I didn't hear anything from Mike or Amnon. I have a S3 noise level here.
Yep, the S3 noise level is common, and I'm concerned because usually Amnon can come down here and hit me with somewhere between S7 and S9. So propagation, obviously, or maybe the honeydew list has attacked him. But we'll see what happens. We'll give him another chance. Thanks, Dave. Good signal. VA3BT.
Yep, we're here. Yeah, the signal's here. Let's see here, Mac, 40 plus, and Dave was 30 plus, and that's pretty much all I got. I didn't hear Mike nor I'm not in there, just static. Anyways, we'll head it back over to you, VA3BT.
Okay, so the only guy that was up top there was VE3BK, and yeah, he had a little bit of a fuzzy audio until he worked out the kinks, so that worked okay. And so yes, we didn't hear Amnon or Mike either. VE3ZJC, you're next up. Okay, he's listening because he's got an SWR problem on 2 meters. VA3CGZ.
Yeah, Mac, I think I hear Mike or someone that just keyed up in there when you called for Jason. That other station there, come back again? I guess that station can't hear me. Mac, try and pull in that other station.
Was there another station trying to get in? Either VE3AGF or VE3 UET? Oh, might have been Jason. VE3ZJC, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm not hearing you now, but I heard something about an S4 and I thought it was Jason.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore, Mac. So, yeah, the caller called your call first and then gave his. I didn't quite pick up the suffix, so I'm not sure who that was. But anyways, I'm giving you about 40 watts there today. And let's see. Could not hear Amnon, not a beep, or Mike. And Dave, he was a good 30 over. So was Albert. I think you are too. I didn't even look at the meter when you were keyed up there, Mac. But I think that's it so far.
All right, just got a little scribble from Jason on YouTube. 5 watts in the mobile, not cutting it. So obviously he gave it a try, but yeah, with most of us with an S3 or more noise level on 2 meters, that's where we're at. Thanks, Jason, for giving it a try, and hopefully your antenna problems get resolved in short order and not too expensively. Anyways, I think that pretty much rounds it out. Yeah, this is a really good experiment tonight because 2 meters, great propagation. However, noise levels, it's a trade-off, definitely a trade-off. You have a weak station like VE3UET coming out of Oakville, and Amnon coming into us from long distance away here in the north side of Toronto. They can come in on sideband with no signal on the meter, but you can still hear the audio. So I guess it's kind of a lesson where you figure out what band is going to be useful for what conditions you're facing, whether it's distance or band conditions. Any other comments or rechecks from any of our participants? Come on in. There you're back to the squeaky noise there, Rick. Come on back in. Give us a long discourse. Maybe your audio will resolve itself.
Yeah, okay. I got some reports here. Mac, you're 5'9", plus a little bit sometimes on peaks. And Albert, he's 10 over. And Jason, I couldn't hear him. and Dave was 20 over, and Chuck is 30 over. So I'll copy there, over.
All right, your audio has resolved itself. I don't know whether it's a mic or does this unit work with a foot pedal, or is it a hand mic, or what's going on?
Yes, Mike, and I got to push the button and talk close to it. I'm not, usually I use a headset, so if I move my head, then I disappear.
All right, yeah. So, the couple of times when I mentioned the audio was a little fuzzy, it was almost like broken up in almost like what happens when you get RF, but yeah, I guess if you scream at it, all the connections make could be clipping. I'm not sure, but anyways, once you key up and give us a good long transmission, it seems to resolve itself. Okay, anybody with signal reports for Rick, I'll stand by and let you key up.
VA3CJZ. Yeah, I think Rick was clipping the audio. That's why you weren't able to hear him that well with the fuzziness there. But when he came back and started giving the reports, the audio cleaned itself up. And Rick is a solid 30 to 40 over at my location there. Back to you.
All right, somebody doubled it with you as well. There is a chance that might have been VA3IMW UHF.
That's correct, VA3IMW. Sorry, Mac, I got distracted here before, and when I came back to the radio, I think I knocked the VA12 off. So I got back on frequency. I didn't notice that the offset was on as well, so I was transmitting somewhere to who knows where. But yeah, your signal came up, so there's a noise level, but you're now picking it at 9. Chuck, I don't know, it's better on the UHF side than on the VHF side. On the VHF side, you can barely make them out. Albert's signal came up as well. And Rick, no copy at all. Same thing with UET, Mike. Back to you, Mac,
Oh, very good. And on, yeah, we lost Mike somewhere in the shuffle. If he is in there, we can't hear him because of the noise floor. You came up to an S8 tonight. Very good. And I'm certain that most other folks would have heard you. So a quick check with Dave, VA3DCS signal reports for Rick and for MNON.
Well, 30 over for Rick. Yeah, his audio in the first attempted transmission would be kind of all broken up, but then the next one was nice and clear. ADF, nothing, just like on the 70 centimeter.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing how he came up from an S1 to an S8 for moving down from 70 centimeters to 2 meters. How about you, Al? Your report for Rick and for MNON.
MNON, he came up to 3, so I had him in there at 3, and Rick at S20. No problem with that, except for the little bit when he started there, something was going on there. But anyways, yeah, no problem there. Had him at 20 and MNON at 3. VA3BT.
All right. I guess we call that the Charlie Brown school teacher. And that's not a good way to make a contact. Anyways, all back to you, Rick. I trust you get whatever that audio thing is figured out. Back to you.
That was the thing, and just like not really good using sideband mounted desk bunk, but anyway, because the radio's kind of off on one side, it's I got to stretch a cord to use the stock mic. What was it, last week or a week before? I used the stock mic, and everybody said it sounded great. But the same mic that I used last week, V3 VHF.
Okay, Rick. Yeah, it seems to be somewhat intermittent, but those are the hardest problems to fight. Anyways, any last minute comments from anybody? VA3IMW, stand by. Nothing heard. Okay, lots of fun tonight. Good trial, both on 70 centimeters and 2 meters. All the best to you and yours. Special wave to Albert with his onslaught. Safe trip up and back to Barrie, and hoping to hear you back here safe on Friday evening. So we'll be back tomorrow night on the VE3ZOE repeater. If you have the ability and the tenacity, there is a FM simplex net that's going to start at 9 o'clock. And that's on a frequency of 446-025. Feel free to check in with our friends from Toronto. I'm not sure band conditions are all that good, and it may not be very fruitful, but if you're up for it, give it a try. 7-3s, one and all. Thank you for checking in. Everybody from YouTube, also a wave and a hand. Thanks for coming in, listening to us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll turn this frequency back over to normal amateur use and bid you all 73s. That's how we say goodbye.